in good health. Tom was doing a damn accurate imitation of a beach jellyfish. Sid fought a tear of her own, wiping the corner of an eye with the sleeve of her hoodie. She'd lost her dad to a heart attack when she was 14. Losing Tom Dempsey the same way would feel like having a 460 engine block dropped on her chest.
"But after 6 weeks he'll be good as new, right?"
Joe asked. Beth leaned closer as he tucked her under his arm. Lucas's eyes narrowed, but he otherwise remained stoic. Patty swiped away a tear, her voice cracking as she spoke. "I'm not sure good as new is in the cards, Joe, but he'll be with us, and that's enough." "Is there a chance he could?" Beth let the question trail off. The group exchanged glances, as if daring one another to say the word no one wanted to hear. Sid kept her mouth shut, as unwilling as the others to tempt fate.
"I'm not dying anytime soon,"
Tom said, in a low, gravel-choked voice. His eyes were still closed, making it seem as if they'd all imagined the words. "Tom? Honey?" Patty lifted his hand to her lips, pressing them against the tape holding an IV needle in place. "Can you hear me?"
"The heart might be on the fritz, but my ears still work."
Relief swept through Sid. His voice wasn't as strong as usual, but the words were so Tom, she knew he was going to be all right. The patient opened first one eye, then the other, licked his lips, then motioned toward a cup sitting on the tray to his right. After sipping through the straw Patty lifted to his mouth, Tom dropped his head back.
"Do I look half as bad as that look on your face says I do?"
he asked. Patty laughed as a tear slid down her cheek, unheeded this time. "Don't you ever scare me like that again, Thomas Dempsey. I thought I was going to lose you." Sid nearly added a hear to Patty's words. The man needed to take better care of himself. That was all there was to it. Tom smiled, ran a finger along Patty's cheek, then shifted focus to his other visitors.
"Now I know what it takes to get everyone in this family in the same room."
He bounced a raised brow look between Joe and Lucas, then addressed the latter.
"Thanks for coming all the way down here."
"Not a problem," Lucas said, jaw tight with a smile that didn't reach his eyes.
"Though you could have just asked. No need to get so dramatic."
Noticing Sid in the back of the room, Tom asked her,
"You think you could modify this bed to power me out of here?"
Sid stepped up next to Lucas and tried to ignore how good he smelled. "Got my tools in the truck. We can have you doing 35 down the highway in no time." "Don't encourage him, Sid," Patty scolded. "You'll stay here until they say you can come home, and then you're going to do everything the doctor says."
"I've got a restaurant to run, woman."
Sid wouldn't put it past the Dempsey patriarch to leap out of the bed and stomp back to the island, ass cheeks shining through the hospital gown all the way. "You're not running anything for at least 6 weeks," Patty said, sounding as firm as possible under the circumstances.
"Then tell me who's going to run the place. We can't close the doors. Not in July, for Christ's sake."
"We'll take care of it," Joe said. Leave it to Mr. Responsible to step up. He needed to remember he couldn't be in 2 places at one time. "If you're going to run the restaurant, who's going to run the charters?" Sid asked. Joe couldn't afford to shut down his charter business, any more than they could close the restaurant at the height of the season. And there was the little issue of her own income. Sid was so close to having enough money to buy the garage that would house her future. There had to be a way to make it all work.
"I can find someone else to run the boat for a couple months."
Sid pointed out the obvious. "Every fisherman capable of running that boat is already running his own, and you've got charters booked for the next 6 weeks." Patty interrupted before Joe could argue further. "You kids have businesses of your own. We'll find someone to run the restaurant through Labor Day, then reevaluate for fall."
"I'll do it,"
Lucas said. He might as well have pulled a pin on a live grenade and held it over his head. Everyone fell silent, exaggerating the incessant chirping of the machines monitoring Tom's every heartbeat.
"You'll what?"